Joe exposes his real intention of why he is going to Peshawar. He actually plans to secretly go to Afghanistan from Peshawar while crossing the Pak-Afghan border. He hasn't told to anyone in his family except his foster brother Mikal. He does so with the intention to avoid any hindrance. However, Mikal warns him about his emotional decision and confirmed danger over there in the war zone of Afghanistan. He tells him, Joe, something could happen to you out there. You could be killed or come back without your sanity, your limbs, or your eyes. He further acknowledges him about the blackmailing of Taliban. Did you hear how the Taliban are putting inexperienced Pakistani boys on the front lines where they are getting slaughtered? But Joe replies, what if everyone began to think that way? And the organization I am dealing with has nothing to do with the combat. We are not going there to fight. Nevertheless, they both on their motorcycle go to the charity headquarters to register themselves. The headquarters sent people to the battleground in Afghanistan. On their way to the headquarters, Joe asks Mikal why he didn't appear in his marriage with Naheed. To which Mikal replies that he didn't know about the marriage, even though he knew about it and is still secretly in love with Naheed. Moreover, after signing in the charity headquarters to go to Afghanistan, they come back to house. Now, they will catch night train to Peshawar from their small city here in Punjab. Rohan will accompany them because he wants to offer condolence to his old student there in Peshawar. Some time ago, the same old student sent in numerous books to Ardent Spirit School founded by Rohan and his deceased wife Sophia. The Ardent Spirit School was positively made to reclaim Islam's bygone brilliance and to educate children with modern education. But the school is now taken over by the religious fanatics and is converted to the Jihadi Training Center, where children are trained for jihad, sent to the war zone consequent upon their untimely, premature, unescapable, and barbaric death. Once Rohan rebelled, saying that not to stuff children's mind with corrupt knowledge. The Taliban then kicked him out of the Ardent Spirit School. Madrasa's role in promoting violence. This chapter highlights a very sensitive theme of madrasa's role in promoting violence. Madrasa are schools are made to educate the student about peace and prosperity, to take them out of darkness rather than facilitating them with the knowledge of violence, brainwashing them about suicide bombing, explosion, and pushing them into the very heart of war. This is what happens in the novel. It is clearly shown in the novel that Ardent Spirit School is taken over by Taliban and is converted to the jihadi camp. They send children to the very heart of war zone, where they are brutally slaughtered. The worst case scenario is that they brainwash the little children with the opium of glorious afterlife, paradise, and martyrdom. These children are promised not with life and death, but of eternal life and death. Furthermore, the Taliban also earns money in the name of jihad. It is shown in the novel that they have gun factory and sell gun with high prices, but a special discount they have for those who want to go to jihad. However, Mikhail works in the gun factory and is expert in gun repairing. This shows the worst effect of 9/11 attack followed by war on terror on the people. 9/11 attack provides a smooth way for the religious fundamentalists to serve their interest in terms of having financial advancement and power securing. So, children are very easy and vulnerable beings to be brainwashed, convincing them for violent action and giving guns to promote gun culture. Feminism. This chapter uncovers the major family tree of Rohan. One of the most important characters is Sophia, who is Rohan's wife and has a profound influence on Rohan. The narration shows that Rohan is guilty of letting his wife Sophia die without eternal salvation. Sophia is a painter who made many portraits of living creatures. Rohan burns all the portraits during her last hours to death. But now Rohan feels guilty right after 20 years. Despite the fact Sophia is not alive in the novel, she is present inside the narration who haunts the rest of the life of Rohan. So, keeping in mind the reflection of Sophia, it is highlighted in the novel that women's agency is denied. Sophia is not free to show her talent of painting, therefore Rohan lets her die on her deathbed. The second reflection of woman can be seen in the love triangle among Nahid, Joe, and Mikal. Nahid and Mikal are secretly in love. They had some romantic memories, meeting briefly and exchanging some love letters. They also had decided to elope, but Mikal didn't come on the agreed hours. Now, Nahid is married to Joe. Nahid wishes that it would be better if Mikal dies so that not to see him again. Because grief for the lost and missing is worse than grief for the dead. The secret love story between Nahid and Mikal shows that love marriage is unacceptable. There might be a reason that Mikal is a poor boy who has no parents, no family, while arranged marriage is of some value if one of the partner has wealth and social status. Same is the case with the Nahid and Joe marriage, as Joe will be a doctor one day. It is not clearly shown in the novel, but it might be the case. War on terror. The third important theme highlighted in the novel is circumstances of war on terror. Although Taliban are still in power in Afghanistan, but American special forces are making alliance with the local people in Afghanistan to make them spy. They offer huge amount of money to use them against Taliban. Both Taliban and the American soldiers want to sustain power and dominance. The American soldiers are directed to present Osama bin Laden's head in return of huge reward. On the other hand, the Taliban trains little children to fight against the US forces. No one knows who is right and who is wrong. The war on terror climate has built a blurred line between good and bad.